Good day. Again, this is Miss Jero, and now we're going to discuss about the introduction to quality. Before we go on the deeper discussion, I want you to have your pen and also your notebook with you, so that while I am discussing, you're also doing your taking down notes. Alright, in first, we have the so-called modern importance of quality. Okay? Based from William Cooper Proctor, sabi niya, the first job we have is to turn out quality. Kailangan daw malaman natin or we need to produce quality merchandise. So, pag sinabing merchandise, these are any goods that we can sell to our consumers. So, yung goods na ito, or yung mga merchandise na ito, if the consumer will find out that the product have quality, obviously they will buy it. And if they are satisfied, right, while they are experiencing this kind of product or services, they will keep on buying. So in terms of production, sabi dito, if we produce whatever the product or whatever the service is in efficient way and economically, sabihin niyan, wala tayong sinayang any resources, any amount of money. So dahil wala tayong nasasayang, obviously, tayo ay nakaka-save yan. Nagkakaroon tayo na economically in terms of our business. So dahil nakakatipid tayo, because we used our resources in efficient manner, ang nangyayari, we earn more profit. So dahil nagkakaroon tayo ng maximization of profit, so ang nangyayari dito sa profit na nakukuha natin, it will just continue. So once we earn profit, ayan, the more na kumikita tayo, the more na nakakapag-produce tayo ng mas maganda pang quality of product. Ano nga po ba ang quality? Pag sinabing quality, by the definition, sabi dito, the quality of features and also the characteristic of a certain product or services that bears on its ability to satisfy given needs. So, paano po ba natin nalalaman na ang product natin ay may quality? Obviously, if the consumers feel satisfaction about our product. And for us also to determine if the product have the quality, nagkakaroon tayo ng meeting or exceeding whatever the customer's expectation. Alright. Now, when it comes to quality, meron tayong tinatawag na grounded. Okay, the quality is grounded on the three core principles. So, ano yung tatlong prinsipyo na ito? Una, we need to focus on our customers. Second, obviously, we need to participate whatever the mission or objective of our business. So, kapag ka nakakapag-participate tayo, everything will be more convenient or more easiest for us to work in team. And next naman po is the continuous improvement and learning. So, ang learning po ay hindi nahihinto. So, dahil hindi ito nahihinto, whatever the learning that we have, it must be pattern, whatever the improvement that we can give to our product. And these are supported by the organization infrastructure. Yeah. Pag sinabing infrastructure, it's also like a building. So, ang building natin, may mga pundasyon yan. So, ano-ano yung mga pundasyon when it comes to this? The first foundation is the customer relationship management. The second naman is the leadership and strategic planning. Third is the human resource management. Next is the process management and the data and information management, as well as the management practices and tools. So later on, we're going to discuss all those things. Yeah. We also have the quality assurance. Pag sinabing assurance, how the consumer will assure if the product is or having a quality or have appropriate quality. Okay? How can we provide those quality to our consumers so that they will feel assured that the product that we offer to them have a quality. Okay? So, ang consumers naman natin or let's say yung business natin, okay, ang customers niyan ay hindi lang naman po yung end user or hindi lang naman po yung individual na gagamit ng product natin. Okay, some of the businesses nagkakaroon sila tinatawag na business customer. So, yung customer nila, isa rin business. Okay, so paano ma-assure ni customer business or business customers yung pinoprovide natin product have a quality. Paano po natin ito na i-provide? Okay, so what are the certain procedure or actions that the businesses practice for them to assure that the product have the quality? We also have the contemporary influences on quality. Pag sinabing contemporary, these are the things that really help in terms of improving the quality of the product or the quality of the service. First is we have the partnering. Yung partnering po, it also so-called as strategic alliances. Okay? Ito po yung mga alyansa na kung saan makakatulong sa business when it comes to ideas, about the support, and anything about the partnership. It really must have a relation when it comes to our quality. Okay, so yung tinatawag natin ng quality partnering or strategic alliance can definitely provide a great avenue for mutualistic relationship in the industry. Ang partnership po, napaka-crucial po nito, okay, when it comes to quality. Bakit? Kasi po, they need to work with the customers. Okay, they need to identify the customers, or they need to identify the so-called market. Meron po tayong tinatawag na external partnering. Pag sinabi po external partnering, these are between organizations allow for continuous improvement in processes and products. So, the relationship between the customers and suppliers, and also the customer satisfaction. So, when it comes to internal partnering naman, this is within an organization. Can improve relationship among employees and among departments within the organization. So, as a whole, the benefit will be greater, enhance the competitiveness of the organization. For the second one, is we have the learning system. So, since empleyado ang trabaho sa ating production, okay, meron tayong tinatawag na learning system dyan for them to produce quality. So, the businesses provide different training. The second one is we have the learning system. So, what is learning system? Since the employees nagtatrabaho sa production or sa business natin, they need to be more expertise. Okay? They need to be more knowledgeable about the job that they are doing in our business. So, for them to improve whatever the things that they already learned or experience, so the business give or offer different training or seminar for them. For the third one, we have the adaptability and speed change. So this time, ang tawag natin dito is what we call strategic flexibility. Okay, so this is particularly important in the new competitive environment since it's involved the firm's ability to respond to a specific problem speedily. Sabihin, kung ano man yung na-encounter na business, they need to solve it in a quick manner. And they need to rethink its activities, and they also need to rechange their strategies and better meet environment demands. Pag sinabing environmental demands, these are the demands of our consumers. So ngayon, dahil we are talking about the 21st century, and organization will depend first on the building strategic flexibility. So ito nga po yung tinatawag natin na adaptable when it comes to changes. And once we adopt, we also need to take an action for this. For number 4, we have environmental sustainability. So both quality and sustainability have inherent positive meaning. So yung quality and sustainability po, it can be considered goal that appeal to everybody, which somehow is not just about favorable with the organization. So for instance, they need, or the business or the organization aim to deliver high quality product or try to balance between economic prosperity and social issues and even the healthy ecological environment. So however, because of this inherent positive meaning of the concept, there seems to be tendency to assemble a variety of phenomena So under this concept. So in turn, complicates defining the concepts of the quality and even the sustainability. For number 5, we have the globalization. Well, the impact of globalization on quality is going to be dependent on the organization. If the organization is not set up for TQM, for the total quality management, and the company decides to take on business globally, the impact of globalization on quality can have a negative effect. So, meaning the globalization can be extremely demanding on any organization and without have the proper plan and management style. In here, no, it can create also a long-term irreversible problems. So by running a business strictly on the traditional management style and not incorporating when it comes in terms of EQM, the quality of the service or product may suffer, causing a loss in profit or even closing the company down altogether. For number 6, we have the knowledge focus. So the effective knowledge management ensures that employees obtain timely, reliable, and even consistent, accurate, and necessary data and information as they need to do their job effectively and efficiently in the firm. So only in this way, the effective benefits from TQM practices can be achieved. So the process management emphasizes activities, so as supposed to result through a set of whatever the methods or the behavior activities of a certain employee. So it also includes preventive and proactive approaches to quality management. Bakit po? This is for us to reduce variations in the process. This can also part when it comes to the improvement of the quality of the product. So knowledge and successful process management practices monitor data on quality to manage processes effectively. So in this way, yung tinatawag natin na turnover rate, and turnover rate of purchase materials and inventory can be improved. So ayan, malilesen yung mga mistake, errors, kasi nga po, we are focused about the different things or knowledge that we need to input in the process of or kung ano man yung pinoproduce ng business. For number 7, we have the customization and differentiation. So, it's very understandable that the customer needs have differences. Okay, so magkakaiba yan. So dahil magkakaiba yan, businesses must need to customize whatever the product that they have. So dito, yung ating tinatawag na B2B or the B2C, sinabing B2C, business to consumers. So pag sinabing business to consumer, ginawa mo yung product and then gagamitin na lang ng end user. Pero pag sinabi naman business to business, again, like I said kanina, ginawa yung product para ibenta or i-process ulit. So, in customization, okay, this is one way of strategic or the characterizes of strategic has it also reflect decision. Those results will have a long-term consequences in which involve obviously a high cost of reversibility. Bakit? Kasi nga po iibahin mo. Diba? Kung isang product mo, magkakaroon ka ng different sabihin natin different features, and different flavor, different model, and so on. And also, the product or even the services can be resulting from customization must reflect the core competencies of the organization that are critical to meeting the needs of current and even your potential customers. So furthermore, the more demanding the customers, the greater the customization. So therefore, again, to maintain the product's superiority, okay, para maging consistent kung ano man yung brand mo sa market, okay, you need to maintain your images and obviously the quality of your product. So paano ka po mag-maintain about your quality of the products? Ayan, kailangan mo mag-invest sa tinatawag natin na research and development. Why? Because you need to produce new product again. And dahil meron kang panibagong product, you also need to have a new manufacturing methods. And for the last one, we have the shifting demographics. So, yung shifting demographics natin, ibig sabihin lang nito, nagbabago po yung tinatawag na personality or information about our consumers or our customers. So, ano po ba yung mga demographic na yan? It could be the age, the population, the income, and yun, yung income po, ano man yung estado nila sa buhay. So, paano po ito nagbabago? Yan. Paano po nagkakaroon ng shifting? So, somehow, yung mga pagbabago na yan will create a time poor or money-rich consumer with highly individualized lifestyle, which are adult-oriented rather than family-oriented. So, mga ganun. In addition, consumer also will demand quality in products and services. So, nag-demand din sila when it comes to hassle procurement and the use, and will also manifest strong consumer militancies that the nation shift from product-oriented to a service-oriented economy. So, dito, ang nangyayari dito, dahil nagbabago yung persona or nagbabago yung behavior ng consumers natin towards doon sa kanyang income, ay nagbabago din po yung perspective niya doon sa quality ng product. So, dahil nagbabago yun, as business, ay kailangan natin i-meet yun. Okay, so ito yung mga bagay na kung saan nagkakaroon ng influences when it comes to our quality. The next one is we also have different definition of quality. So, depende po kung paano pina-perceive yung quality doon sa transaction, doon sa what kind of business ba yun. Okay, so nakadepende po yung quality or the definition of quality in every transaction. So before I proceed with the next slide, I want you to have a copy of this, okay, para mamaya kapag nag-proceed tayo doon sa flow o paano ito nangyayari, mas madali natin maintindihan. So the first one is we have the transit definition. So sabi dyan, excellence. Bakit daw po excellence? So later, malalaman natin yan. The product-based definition, so dito, naka-identify yung quantities of product attributes. Lalo ba kadami yung pwedeng mapakinabangan dito sa product na ito. Next is the user-based definition. Fit po ba ito doon sa kanilang needs? Or fit po ba ito doon sa kanilang paggagamitan? Next is the value-based definition. So we also have the quality versus the price. Bakit po ba mahal yung product? Kasi maganda yung quality. Bakit po ba mura yung product? Kasi yung quality din nito is mababa lang din naman. And for the last one is we also have the manufacturing-based definition. So dito nagkakaroon tayo ng conformance to the specification. Yung mismong specification ng isang product. Next is the quality perspective. So ito yung kanina sinabi ko sa inyong flowchart. Okay, so if you have your copy on your definition of quality, isa-isahin natin. Kailan mo nagkakaroon ng transcendent definition? So obviously, nanggagaling yan kay customers. Whatever the product that they are buying or consume, it must have a excellent. So sino po ang nag-deliver yan? Obviously, yung mga distributors natin or yung mga nagkakaroon tayo ng distribution or may mga tinatawag tayong channeling. Ano po ba yung channeling na yun? Okay, sino-sino po yung nagbibigay? It can be the wholesale, retail, or even yung mga agent natin. Okay, paano sila nakakapag-distribute? Obviously, nanggagaling yan sa manufacturing. Yung mismong, sabihin natin, pabrika. Yan. Diyan siya nang gagaling. Now, paano po nakakapag-manufacture sa business? Meron tayong tinatawag na information flow. Yung tinatawag natin na broken line. So, for them to manufacture whatever the product of a business, kailangan nila munang ma-identify. Kailangan mo nang ma-identify ni marketing department nila kung ano ba ang needs ng customers. Okay, after nun, okay, after ma-determine ng marketing kung ano yung needs ni customers, next na dyan is paano ba nila ito gagawin in value base. Okay. So, sabing value base, okay, nalaman ko na kung ano yung needs ni customers. Bakit niya ba ito needs? Para saan niya ba ito gagamitin? So, ito na yung nakalap na information ni marketing. And then, after nun, the next process is the design. Okay? Yung product, dito na po magkakaroon na tinatawag na quality versus price. May mga product naman na kung saan maganda yung quality pero mura lang naman yung presyo. So again, depende po yun sa tinatawag natin na transcendent and product base. Somehow, maybe for others, yung product na yun, low quality, pero sa atin okay na yun. Kasi katumbas lang naman din ng presyo. Doon po nagre-rely yung tinatawag na design. Then after the design, yan. At saka na po ito i-manufacture ng business. Okay? So, ano po ba yung mga specification na dapat meron yung product na ito bago ito ma-distribute sa different channeling natin o distribution channel hanggang sa makapunta kay customer. Next is the customer-driven quality. Okay. Kilalanin natin kung sino po yung mga customers natin. For us to able to understand what will be the quality. Okay, sabi dyan, whatever the customer's expectations sa business, it should be met or dapat nag-exceed yung expectation nila sa product natin. Okay. So, ang customers po, ito po siya. Customers can be consumers. Pag sinabi consumers, sila talaga yung nagko-consume ng product, kaya sila bumibili. Next naman is we have the external customer. Pag sinabi external customer, ito po ay groups na kung saan nasa labas ng business. Yan. In our external customers, yan, sila po yung mga suppliers, the customers mismo, society, the government, yan, kailangan natin sa dyan. Yung mga creditors, maybe si business, umiikot lang yung pera niya or nagkakaroon lang siya ng investment kapag ka nangungutang. Next naman is the shareholders o yung mga investors natin. And when it comes to internal naman, ito naman po yung nasa loob ng business na kung saan sila yung gumagawa. Okay, so example nito yung mga employees, yung mismong owner ng business, and even some representative ng business. Now, kanina, lagi kong binabagay yung total quality management. So, dito, okay, when we talk about total quality, ito po yung mga hint, or let's say ito yung mga cue when we talk about total quality. First, people-focused management system. Okay, paano po ito nangyayari? Again, si employees po ang nagpo-produce ng product. So, kung ano man po yung mga bagay na kung saan pwede natin maitulong sa ating mga employees, yan, kailangan ibigay natin yun sa kanila. Next is focus on increasing customer satisfaction and reducing cost. So, para katulad ng ito nung kanina, kailangan minimize tayo yung mga expenses ni business. And kahit po na minimize yung mga expenses natin, or nagpo-report or nagtitipid tayo, hindi po dapat isaalang-alang yung customer satisfaction. Okay, kung yung rate may before is 3, don't just settle with 3. Yung 3-star yung tinatawag. Okay? Dapat ag-aim tayo sa excellence, sa better, kung ano man yung feedback ni customer sa atin. For the third one is the system approach that integrate organizational functions and also the entire supply chain. Itong system approaches na ito po yung parang umbrella na kung saan the division, no, cannot, let's say, yung isang department cannot work without the other department. Kumbaga, integra sila, buo dapat. Okay? Buo dapat sila kikilos. Okay? Para po, magbigay yung tinatawag na total quality. Hindi po kasi pwedeng example, sa isang department lang yung nakakaintindi na dapat ito yung gawin. The other one, hindi nila na-appreciate. It will not work like that. For the fourth one, stress learning and adaptation to change. So again, ang nagtatagal lang po sa business is yung mga businesses na willing to adapt changes. And obviously, they need to be flexible. Next is based on scientific method. Yung scientific method natin, marami tayong mga teorya, kung tawagin. Diba sa principles of management, may iba't ibang klaseng teorya yan. So, na FAOL, yung mga scientific management natin, paano daw po ba itrata yung mga empleyado, paano sila katasabuhin, how will you motivate them, and so on and so forth. Alright, for us to provide the total quality, may mga principles tayong kailangan intindihin. Ito yung na-topic or ito yung introduction natin kanina. So, ano daw po yung mga principles na to? So, number 1 is we have the customer and stakeholders, focus, participation, and teamwork, and process focus, and continuous improvement. So, kaya nasabi natin, it must be integrated. Hindi po pwedeng, again, hindi lang po pwedeng isang department ang nakakaintindi. Everyone must understood the value of the quality. Para po lahat sila, they need to work on one objective or on one vision. First one, we have the customer and stakeholder focus. Customer and stakeholder focus. So, customer is a principal judge of quality. Bakit? Sila po yung gagamit niya. They are the one who experience that. And next, organization must first understand customer needs and expectation in order to meet and exceed them. Diba? Parang sa ano lang yan, sa mga ice cream parlor o sa mga paggawaan ng wine. Bago pa nila ilabas yan sa market, may mga taster silang tinatawag. So, doon pa lang sa mga taster nila, nire-rate ng taster nila kung okay ba yung taste, ano yung dapat idagdag, and so on and so forth. Next po, for number 3, organization must build relationships with customers. Like, ano ba kasi relationship dapat yun? Customers felt that you are in the same shoes. Okay? Paano po nangyayari yun? You need to understand the need of customers. Hindi po pwedeng alam mo lang. Kailangan naiintindihan mo sila. In terms of understanding or communication, well communicated with them, you can build relationship. And for the last one, is the customers include employees and society at large. So again, yung employees natin, that they are part of internal customers. Okay, bakit po? Remember, employees will come and go. Okay, so ibig sabihin nun, si employees, may pagkakataon na kung saan, if they are not satisfied, treated in the organization, obviously, they can find other job. Next is we have the participation and teamwork. So, paano po ito nangyayari? Okay, so employees knows their job best and therefore how to improve them. Okay. Yung mga empleyado natin, alam naman nila yung mga capabilities nila. Okay, alam nila kung hanggang saan yung kaya nilang ibigay. Okay, alam nila kung ano pa yung pwede nilang maibigay. Yung mga empleyado na ito, the more na they are felt that kung alam mo yung idea nila ay important sa business, generally, okay, naturally, they can participate to the team. For number 2, management must develop the systems and procedures that foster participation and teamwork. So, si management or sa organization, kailangan mag-isip siya ng paraan, mag-isip siya ng mga program, o mag-isip siya ng mga methods para po yung mga participants or yung mga tinatawag natin employees, they need to work as a team. Third, empowerment better serves customers and create trust and motivation. Pag sinabing empowerment, you need to boost their morals. Okay? Once they are boosted, okay, they can really give their best. They are very much motivated to do their jobs. And for the last one, teamwork and partnership must exist both horizontally and vertically. Somehow, pag sinabi kasing teamwork, you are working because of the job. Pero kapag habang nagtrabaho ka, somehow you feel the essence of being partnered with them. Pag sinabing partnered with them, you are committed with them. You are committed when it comes to do your job. Kasi pag hindi mo nagawa yung job mo, somehow, parang you feel like, bakit hindi niya binibigay yung best niya? Mga ganyan. So, somehow nagkakaroon ng mga issues yan. So, that's why teamwork and partnership, again, must exist both. And next naman is the process focus and continuous improvement. So, again, pag sabing process, This is the sequential, pagkasunod-sunod ng proseso. Kung ano mga activity ang ginagawa ng business for them to achieve a certain result or a certain outcome. Alright, how do businesses do continuous improvement? Number one, enhance value through new products and services. Pag sinabing enhancing value, kailangan mapataas nila yung perception ng consumer doon sa product na meron sila. Okay, by having what? Maybe giving new products or introducing new services. Next is businesses must reduce errors, defect, waste, and cost. So, kasi kapag kami mga errors, defect, and waste, and cost, ay hindi tayo makapag-proceed or we cannot improve. Kasi parang for us to do the next job, kailangan pa natin balikan ulit kung ano yung mga defect or waste or cost na napagdaanan ng ating proseso. The third one naman, increasing productivity and effectiveness. Okay, kung dati, let's say, last week, okay, nakakapag-produce ka lang or yung production mo nakakapag-produce lang ng mga 10 pieces. So dapat this week, okay, mas ma-maximize pa yung resources natin. Kumbaga sa production kasi may mga quotas yan eh. Pero, yung mga quotas na yun, hindi lang po yan dyan hinihinto. It must have an increase or let's say, yung volume dapat ng production. Lalo po dapat yan tumataas. Bakit po? Isa lang ibig sabihin nun. Kasi si business, okay, na-appreciate na ng customer yung quality ng product. Kaya, ibig lang sabihin na nagkakaroon tayo ng increasing volume of production, meaning si customers, naniniwala sila na yung product natin ay merong quality. Why? Because it's effective to them. For the last one, we have improving responsiveness and cycle time performance. The last one is the improving responsiveness and cycle time performance. We need to improve our responsiveness. Ibig sabihin nito, paano tayo nag-respond in a certain situation. Okay? And also, when we talk about cycle time performance, ito naman po yung this is how we measure, tells you that the expected time from your customers order being placed to the time of its delivery. So, when we talk about cycle time, it will remain fairly constant, only changing when you know you can promise or hopefully reduce time from order to deliver. So, sinabing cycle time, the more kasi na we are on time in delivering our product, the more na mas magiging okay yung circulation ng ating collection. And, so yun, pag sinabing improving responsiveness, kung before, nag-respond tayo, let's say, it took 2 days or it took 1 week. So this time, baguhin natin. The more kasi na nag-respond tayo ng mas mabilis, the more na mas natatapos yung transaction. So this time, we're going to discuss about the Deming's view of production system. So sino po si Deming? Si Deming po, kung natatandaan ninyo, siya po ang nag-create or nag-author ng tinatawag natin na 4 principles of management. Okay, so itong Deming's diagram na ito, na-share niya po ito doon sa Japan, doon sa isang industrial production sa Japan. Yun. According to him, this diagram was taught to hundreds of engineers in Japan. So, he is hoping during that time na kung saan ma-share ito ng iba't ibang businesses. Okay? So, yung diagram na to, makikita ninyo, it views the production as a system. Bakit po sistema? Kasi may iba't iba siyang proseso. So, dito sa system na to, o sa diagram na ito, it can improve the quality envelopes, the intra-production line. So, in this case, let's say si customer, meron siyang pina-design or meron siyang pina-customize kay business about doon sa kanyang product. So, obviously, sa production meron tayong tinatawag na input, process, and outputs, which is already discussed last week. So, yung inputs natin, okay, let's say sabihin natin A, B, C, and D yan, kung ano man yan. So, itong mga inputs natin, dadaan po yan sa proseso. Okay, ipoproseso po yan. Yung proseso na it can be assemble. No? So, bago siya i-assemble, ina-inspect muna yung kada raw materials natin. Tinitest yan. Okay, after matest, it's either yung testing natin manually man yan, or let's say ginagamitan man siya ng machine, or kung ano man yung method na ginagamit sa kanya, para ito ay na-inspect o proseso. Proseso na yon, obviously, that is what we call production. Then, when it comes to output, ayan, syempre, nagtatapos na yung paggawa. This time, we're going to distribute. Sabihin, tapos na yung product. It's either pipili or maghahanap tayo ng mga channel natin. Sabihin, yung mga distribution channel. Or it can be directly with our consumers. Next, about the upper part, ayan, if the consumers are not satisfied with the product or the output of the business, okay, maghahanap siya, or let's say, dahil siya na satisfied, it could be the product will undergo with the so-called redesign. Okay, so bago siya ma-redesign or bago ito babaguhin, dapat meron siyang proof na meron siyang transaction doon sa business. So, paano nito mag-prove? By providing receipts, and also, para ito ay mabago, the business must need to test the materials. And kapag ka na-test, sabihin natin na bakit hindi na-achieve natin yung materials. Kasi ganito, kasi ganyan. So, obviously, magdadaan na naman ito sa production. Okay? And next naman, para mangyari ito, let's say, yung design natin, kulang lang ng ganito or kulang lang ng ganyan. Okay? Didiretso na siya sa suppliers of materials and equipment. Kailangan, maybe, yung pinagawa ni customers, kaya hindi siya na-satisfied kasi kulang ng some details. Okay, yung detalye na yan, maybe minimal equipments or minimal materials lang naman yung kinakailangan. So again, yung suppliers of materials and equipment, that's part of input para maiproseso ulit yung product para kay consumers. Okay, so what is learning? Ang learning po, o yung pagkatuto na tinatawag, definitely the foundation of this is improvement. Okay? Bakit po improvement? We cannot improve without learning. So, paano po na tayo magkakaroon ng improvement? Dapat we understood. Okay, naiintindihan natin kung paano ito babaguhin. Pag nabago natin ito, okay, yung successful, no? Yung pagbabago na ito through different feedback. Okay? Ano-ano po yung mga feedback na ito? It can be came from the customers. It could be came within the organization. Okay, so this can definitely a practice for the entire organizations. Okay, so ano po yung learning cycle? Una, kailangan meron tayong planning. Okay, we cannot do any plans or we cannot do any activities without planning. Then, after we plan, we need to execute that. We need to materialize whatever the plans of the organization or what plan of the team. Kasi pag hindi natin ito na-execute, we cannot assist. Okay, hindi natin madadetermine kung ano pa po yung mga dapat natin i-revise. Hindi natin madadetermine kung ano yung mga dapat pa natin i-improve. Okay? So, again, execution. Dahil sa execution, we can assess. Maunawaan natin yung mga lacking things that we need to provide kung ano man yun. Alright, so for this chart, okay, it is divided into three, which is infrastructure, practices, and tools. So infrastructure, we are done with that, about what is leadership, strategic planning, HRM, process management, and also the MIS or the data information management. In practices naman, ang nagtatrabaho nito is yung HRM o yung tinatawag natin na human resource management. So, ano po ginagawa nila? So, they have the so-called performance appraisal. Pag sinabing performance appraisal, dito po nagkakaroon ng reward si employees. Example, matagal na siya sa business o matagal na siya na nag-work. Pwedeng i-promote or pwedeng taasan ng sahod, pwedeng bigyan ng mga certain incentives. Okay? Next naman, training. Ayan, kailangan ibinibigay ito sa mga empleyado. Bakit? Kasi po, ang mga empleyado, they need to improve, okay, whatever the skills na meron sila. Bakit? Kapag na-improve yung skills nila and also their expertise, business na rin naman yung makikinabang nito kasi si empleyado, gagamitin niya yung expertise niya sa business. And next naman, when it comes to tools, meron tayong tinatawag na trend chart. Ano po yung trend chart? Ito po yung chart na kung saan ma-identify natin kung yung goal ba natin ay na-achieve na or hindi. Next is the competitive advantage. Ano po ba yung competitive advantage? So, ano nga po ba yung competitive advantage? Ayan. Nagiging competitive po ang isang business kapag po meron silang edge. Let's say, mas angat yung kanilang product or mas angat yung kanilang services. So, how this business can determine if they have the so-called competitive advantage. Number one is that driven by customers' wants and needs. Okay? Kumbaga, si business, provide niya yung tinatawag na customers' wants and need. Example po for number two, it makes significant contribution to business success. Kung ano man yung mga contribution na ito, okay, definitely this might maybe when it comes to social factor or community factors, or it can be came from the job of different department or the eagerness of each department to give their best, okay, for them to have the so-called success. Number three, matches organizations' unique resources with opportunities. So, dito po kasi may mga tinatawag tayong strength in business. So, kung alam mo yung strength na ito, somehow, maybe these are the weaknesses, characteristics ng isang business. Maybe sila lang yung may ganito, sila lang yung may ganyan. So, si business, ay kailangan i-grab nila yung opportunities na ito para not just about kumakatulong sa kanilang kompetensya, but also to give what is the unique products for the customers. Next po is the durable and lasting. In durable competitive advantage, ayan. So dito, meron tayong isa o higit pang mga factors. Okay? Let's say, meron tayong brand. Ayan. Every brand has trust of quality behind it. And people prepare a branded product over generic ones because of the assurance of consistency of quality. So as a result, a strong brand increases a customer's desire to purchase its product or service. So this allows brand to command premium pricing on their products, increasing their profit margin. Like for example, meron tayong Domino Pizza. Kung inyo po, if you are familiar with this. Okay, so because of the brand name ensures no matter where they order the pizza, the taste and the overall experience is going to be consistent. So because of this consistency, people prefer visiting Domino's Pizza over any other brand. Why? Because their brand is already durable. Okay, paano nga ba nagkakaroon ng common denominator ang quality and profitability? So, isa-isayin natin. If the business improve their quality of design, the customer perceive that the value of a certain product are higher. So, dahil ito yung pagkakaintindi ng consumers, okay, possible na ang businesses, they will put high price. So, dahil mataas ang kanilang presyo, tataas din ang kanilang revenue. The other side naman, okay, so the higher perceived value. So, ibig sabihin, tataas yung market share nila. Kasi natin market share, dadami yung kanilang customers. So, in here, in our increased revenues, obviously, it will give higher profit or higher profitability. And however, here naman, when it comes to improve our quality in conformance, sabihin sa production ito, okay, mas nagiging lower yung tinatawag natin na manufacturing cost and even the service cost. So again, mababa yung naging gastos natin, pero yung revenue natin mataas. So ang magiging equivalent nito ay higher profitability. Next, we have the GAO-TQ model. So, ano po yung GAO? GAO stands for General Accounting Office. So, sabi nila, based on their total quality model, ayan, isa-isahin natin. At first, ayan, doon muna sila sa tinatawag na inner or internal customer. If inside the organization is merong leadership or continuous improvement, okay, nabus sa mga moral ng mga empleyados, obviously, ang magiging output nila ay merong quality. Okay, when it comes to product and services. And dahil nagkakaroon tayo ng improvement, yan, tataas din po yung tinatawag na employee involvement. Okay, dahil nagkaroon tayo ng tinatawag na employee involvement, okay, yung ginawa nila ay mas lalong nagiging reliable, and at the same time, mas na-deliver nila ito on time. And dahil sila ay involved, or let's say, dahil sila ay motivated, mas nalilesen po yung mga nagagawa nilang defect or errors. So, after nito, ayan, dahil ito na yung mga naging output nila, in terms of customer satisfaction, tataas po. Tataas yung tinatawag natin na customer satisfaction. Okay, how the customer satisfaction will increase? Overall, na-satisfy sila, tumaas din yung tinatawag natin na customer retention. Kasi yung customer retention, si customer still patronizing the product, and mababa yung kanilang complaint. Bakit? Kasi nga po, mas kumukonti or nalilesen yung mga defect na kuha nila sa product. Then after nun, syempre dahil tumaas na yung tinatawag natin na overall satisfaction, nare-retain yung ating customers, mababa yung mga tinatawag na complaints, yung pagiging competitive ni business ay tumataas. So how these things will happen? Tumataas yung kanyang market share. Sabi market share, again, dumadami yung kanyang customers. So dumadami yung kanyang customer, dumadami din ang kanyang profit. Okay? So going back here, dahil po si employee ay involved, they are boosted. Okay? Boost yung kanilang moral. When it comes to organization benefits, tumataas din. Okay? Paano po ibig sabihin nun? They are committed. So dahil they are committed, when it comes to cost, mababa, cycle time, yung pag-delivery or yung paggawa ng product, kay mas kumukonti yung time. Kasi may kumukonti yung time, kayang i-deliver ng mas lesser pa sa itinakdang araw. And turnover, mababa din. Kasi sabi turnover, ito po yung pagpapalit ng empleyado. Mababa din. Bakit? Kasi nga, they are boosted, no? Kumbaga, motivated sila. And since they are motivated, okay, they also have increasing when it comes to their satisfaction, even the safety and health. And again, dahil na sila ay motivated, yung production po nila, or let's say, yung pagiging productive nila as employees ay mas lalong tumataas. Alright, so we also have the 3 levels of quality. So, ano ito? The first one is the organizational level. So, dito, nami-meet po ba yung tinatawag natin na external customer requirements? So, sinupulit natin yung mga tinatawag natin na external customers. Sila po yung mga suppliers, sila yung mga customers talaga, sila yung nasa labas ng business. Next naman is the process level. So, dito, binibigyan natin ng pagkakaugnay yung tinatawag na internal and external requirements. How they meet halfway, kumbaga. Next naman is the performance job level. So, dito, we are focusing on our internal customer requirements. So, sila ito. It can be our representative or it could be our employees. Alright. Ang quality po ay hindi lang po nakabase doon sa nagiging output ng production. The quality is also based on the personal values ng gumagawa nito. The first one is the personal initiative has a positive impact on business success. Kumbaga pagkukusa. Diba? Somehow sa trabaho, kahit hindi natin trabaho yun, since meron tayong knowledge about doon, we give our advice ng libre, ay initiative yun. O yung pagtulong doon sa isang trabaho na kung saan kahit hindi na siya part ng trabaho. Okay, so yun, no? Yung personal values mismo ng taong trabaho dito. Next is the quality begins with personal attitudes. Ayan. Yung personal attitude po, paano po ba yung kanyang attitude towards work? Ayan. Binavalue po ba niya yung prinsipyo ng business? Okay? Binavalue po ba niya yung kailangan ma-deliver ng business? Third is the quality-focused individuals often exceed customer expectation. Well, the customer expectation is what we call personal values. Okay? Next is the attitudes can be changed through awareness and effort. For example, the personal quality check is we can evaluate ourselves in terms of dealing with different scenarios or different situations. And that's it. Thank you so much for listening. If you have any question, you may do so. Again, have a nice day.